Hi, viewers. I'm going to talk about Soros versus Elon Musk fight that is going on. Soros has finally met his match when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. For decades, George Soros has been one of the most powerful private individuals on earth. A billionaire with enormous wealth, a global network of foundation, and tremendous influence in politics and civil society. His critics have accused him of using that power to influence governments, political movements, and even regime changes. And then came Elon Musk, another billionaire, but this time one who isn't afraid to take the fight directly to Soros. Musk has repeatedly attacked Soros publicly, comparing him to fictional villains such as Magneto and accusing him of trying to undermine Western civilization. But Musk's challenge isn't just personal. It is a challenge to enormous political influence that Soros has accumulated over decades. And while we were talking about Soros, let us remember what Soros himself said about India. At Davos 2020, he described India as the biggest and most frightening setback and criticized Narendra Modi. Then in 2023, Soros said that any controversy could significantly weaken Modi's stronghold on India's government and open the door to what he called a democratic revival. Remember the Hindenburg attack on Adani Group in 2023? The report triggered a massive collapse in Adani shares and wiped out around US dollars 150 billion in market value at its peak. But in September 2025, SEBI dismissed key allegation of stock manipulation, fund diversion, and related party violation. And there is another striking fact. Hindenburg Research itself shut down in 2025 January. So the organization that triggered one of the biggest attack on India's corporate sector is now gone, while Adani remains. Think about that. An unelected billionaire openly discussing the weakening of a political power of India's democratically elected prime minister. And this is why many people question Soros's enormous influence. There have also been allegations that international networks connected to the American establishment helped bring about regime change in Bangladesh, played a role in the political upheaval in Nepal. There are also allegations in India that Soros-linked money has supported movements opposed to the Modi government, including the farmers' agitation and protest movements. And now something remarkable has happened. Soros has encountered someone with comparable wealth, global influence, and an enormous public platform, but with a completely different political instinct. Elon Musk. For years, Soros was accustomed to operating through foundations, network, philanthropy, and potential influence. Musk operates in open. He has millions of followers. He owns the world's most influential communication platforms. And he is willing to confront people most billionaires would never dare to confront. So perhaps this isn't simply Musk versus Soros. Perhaps this is much bigger confrontation. One form of private power challenging another. And there is an old Indian saying, whenever a Ravana is born, a Rama is also born. Ravana may be powerful, he may be wealthy, he may command enormous resources, but no power is permanent. Nature has its own way of balancing power. After decades of Soros being regarded as an utmost untouchable global political force, he has finally met his match at the age of 94. Whether Elon Musk ultimately succeeds is another question. But one thing is clear, the man who seemed capable of challenging governments has finally encountered someone powerful enough, fearless enough to challenge him back. Soros may have spent decades influencing the world. Musk has decided to fight back, and sometimes history has a very simple message. For every Ravana, there is a Rama. Nature has its way. Thank you.